Hello! Let's see if I can fix this lighting. See what's going on here. Let the message get out to the YouTubes. We are live. It is Tuesday. Oh my goodness. Oh, I didn't turn the volume down. Gosh darn it. I even had the thought to turn the volume down about 2 minutes ago, and I never actually executed on it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, there we go. It's funny that you did that, Marie, because I almost did that too. When she said she wanted a prize, I'm like, I need the Gracie emoji, but instead I was closing a bunch of open applications on my computer. So we thought alike. No, my chair is as low as it can go. I am struggling today, ladies and gentlemen. But hello, welcome to Tuesday. It is Tuesday, and I had no creative name for my live stream, but basically you get me unmasked all natural today because I had a facial today, and I love my facials. They're so good. Alice! That's really funny. She still doesn't understand that I can't actually see her and communicate with her yet, though, does she? For those of you that are wondering or watching on replay, that's my sister, and my niece just heard me on the screen, and that is why she's screaming my name, because usually we FaceTime, and hi, and that's what we do. She sees me on the computer screen or the phone screen or whatever, and she talks to me, only this time I can't talk to her. What was I saying? I got a facial today, which was poor planning on my part, planning it for a Tuesday, because one thing I really love to do after I get a facial is not go and slap a whole bunch of makeup and stuff on my face or and do whatever the makeup is necessary for, like, oh, I don't know, filming videos and all that jazz, or live stream, because I literally just had all of my pores beaten, like all of the crap beaten out of my pores. Basically, and my pores were super congested. My skin is going through a time. It is going through a difficult time. So my facialist, of course, like did 1,000,001 different things, including extractions and irritated everything. And the last thing you want to do when you've had that happen to your skin is plaster a bunch of pore clogging stuff over it. Skincare tip for you today. At least that is in my opinion. I think it is a horrible idea. I'd be like, let's open and free all of the gunk out of your pores and then slap something that's going to clog them right back up right on top of it. So you get me on that trail today. I put on lip gloss for you guys. You're welcome. But hello. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you. Let's go on and take some roll call. Brianna happened to be the first person on today, and not me. I don't know if she's still hanging out with us, but Brianna was the first comment in the chat roll today. Liz is here and Marie is here, and they're talking about kombucha, and I have regrets because I have a couple of bottles of kombucha downstairs that I could have brought up to have as an exciting beverage, and instead I just have water. Poor planning. Who else did I see? And my sister is here, and I saw my mother-in-law, Becky, is here, and then we got Sarah, and there's Brianna. She is still here. Happy day. The group is small but mighty tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start with some highs and lows. What were your highs from the last week, things that you want us to be excited with you for, or happy, fun things that you want to share? Or on the flip side, your lows, what kind of struggles are you struggling with lately? Do you want us to be able to help you with them, offer some advice, offer some condolences? You just want a little place to vent? That is what this forum is for. Pick one or two, Lissa. One or two will suffice for the week. And we can share that. Let's see, I have a couple of highs. We have my parents visited this weekend. It was a very relaxing weekend because there's not a whole lot to do here that doesn't involve going into crowded places or walking long distances, or things are shut down because, you know, COVID. That's still a thing. So we actually just spent a lot of time chilling at home. We ordered from some of my favorite restaurants, and we introduced my mom to a couple of really nerdy TV shows, which is very exciting for us. And because there's stuff that we've seen or we're finishing, the TV show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., is completed, done, series finale. We made them watch that because I wanted to watch it selfishly. And then we introduced them to the TV show cult classic Firefly. Let me know if you're in the replay, in the comments, or in the chat roll now, do you know what Firefly is and do you love it? Or do you not love it? I must admit, this is my second time watching it, and I have a much greater appreciation for it now than I did the first time I watched it with my husband, which I think was back when we lived in North Carolina. I could be wrong, but I kind of remember that. So that was a great high. We had a relaxing weekend, which there were 2 days that I didn't really do much of anything, and my cycle actually synced up to that really, really well. So I got 2 solid days of rest in there, which left me feeling very refreshed and energized for the week ahead, which was great. And then the second high kind of piggybacks right off of that and is in fact health and nutrition related. And that is, I had a no track weekend, right? I messaged my accountability buddy and I'm like, look, we're eating out at a bunch of places, doing all these things. I'm going to be mindful, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to track. And she's like, all right, that's fine. I'll check in with you on Monday. And that's exactly what she did. Yesterday, she texted me and she goes, are you back on the track? Are you back on track today? Let me see your tracker, which is what the sign of a good accountability buddy. Bless you, Jess, who doesn't even watch my videos. She just does her job and texts me every day, which is amazing because she's going through major life stuff right now and she still remembers to text me almost every day. It's amazing. But I had a day on Sunday where, as I was reflecting yesterday, I realized that I had eaten on track even though I wasn't tracking. Like, flawlessly on track. It was incredible. And that was, I had some full fat ice cream, but only a little bit. And I go like this because my little bowl is like one little handful. It's the cutest little bowl you've ever seen. And it's perfect for a serving of ice cream, be it diet ice cream or not diet ice cream. The ice cream we picked up this weekend was not diet ice cream. I only had 3 little squares of pizza for dinner because I went back for the 4th or the 5th or whatever. Sorry, my eye's acting up. And I decided that I didn't want it. It was very weird. Sorry, gotta hydrate. My eye always picks the wrong time. I need to get a lot better at like redoing my eye before my live stream. Somebody next Tuesday remind me to do that at like 6 p.m. Be like, go fix your eye because you need to be freshly hydrated for the live stream because otherwise my eye starts to act up when I stare at one place for too long, which is exactly what I'm doing. So if I start to look like I'm crying, I swear I'm not. Nothing is that bad. I was perfectly on track. And basically, to summarize, it proved to me, now I have volume. Why do I have volume? What is happening? To summarize, it basically means that it is in fact possible for me to not track and still stay on track, which is a huge, huge realization. Those are my highs. My low, I don't know about a low. Politics and social media are making me angry, and that's about it. That's about it. I'm this close. If I didn't have Diva and the Divine accounts on Facebook and Facebook groups to look into, I would deactivate my Facebook account. That's how over political posts on Facebook I am. Like, truly. I'm just like, I don't even want to be on Facebook anymore. But because I have pages I need to manage, I have to at least check in on Facebook. And then you see the posts anyway. I wish there was a way to, like, forego that. Like, don't show me my personal news feed. Just show me my business stuff. That's all I want to see. That's my low, really. It's been a pretty solid week, all things considered. Let's see what everybody else's are today. I scrolled up too far. I'm going back to school. That's awesome. Good for you. Hi, I passed my surgeon's go away before my 1-year post-op date. Yes, my sister is killing it. Killing it on the weight loss goals, which is very, very exciting. Last time my parents came to visit, we tried to get them to watch the Martian movie, and they both passed out for a nap about 15 minutes in. True story. I took my parents over to the Minnesota's largest candy store. That was another victory, which is, I guess it's a win. It's not a high. I walked out of that candy store with a giant peanut butter cup for me, a giant peanut butter cup for my husband, 2 containers of 80 and 90 calorie meringues, and a 1,000 piece puzzle. And that was it. Huge win. But what was I going to say? Oh, after that, I dropped my parents back off at home and I went to Target to just grab groceries, right? And my husband sends me a photo from upstairs looking down at the living room of both of my parents passed out. My mom in the chair, my dad on the couch. And he's like, what did you do to your parents? Because they were both sound asleep. I thought that was funny. I've been really killing it. Finished 4+ weeks of calorie counting and I'm loving it. Woot woot, calorie counting. And I'm halfway through week 2 of DIY Lift 4 and it's been incredible. Excellent. I love that. And I'm doing a 2-week plank challenge. 1 plank as long as I can hold it, 6 days a week. Today I went 11 seconds over my previous record. That's awesome. I was going to ask, are you making sure that you're hitting, like as long as you can hold it, are you actually pushing yourself? And it sounds like you are. So that's great. Good job. Hi, join 10 rounds challenge groups. Low, still having arthritis pain. Oh, Heather, I'm sorry that you're still having pain, but 10 rounds maybe will help with that. I don't know how it works. Everybody is different and I could preach everybody is different for almost everything on the face of this, under the face of the sun. Like for me, this weekend, I learned, we're all women here, unless one of my man friends has showed up, but, you know how like the theory is, oh, if you work out, it will help with your cramps? Not this body. Not this body. And I learned that honestly, truly the hard way. Because I have like, day 1 is like, has the potential to be, it isn't always, but it has the potential to be excruciatingly painful until I get a solid dose of ibuprofen in my system, then I can go about my day and everything is generally fine, right? I had that day on Sunday. You know, my parents were here, all, you know, great timing, all that jazz. And I'm like, it's been 2 days since I've worked out. I have to go downstairs and at least hop on the elliptical for a little while. And like literally as I was getting ready in the morning to go do that is when my massive cramps from you know where decided to show up. And me, being the stubborn, push through the pain person that I am, is like, it's all good because working out helps your cramps. So I go downstairs and I jump on the elliptical. And I start going and then I'm like, it's okay. I'll just move a little bit faster because the more the blood flow is flowing, the quicker the relief from the cramps will come. The relief from the cramps never came. It was the worst elliptical workout maybe of my life. And I texted my husband in the middle of it because I didn't want to stop because I feel like if I went upstairs to go get ibuprofen, there was no way in heck I'd be going back downstairs to finish my half an hour. So I'm like, I need you to bring me ibuprofen. My cramps are killing me. So I'm like, I wanted to take ibuprofen so I could get the blood flowing so the ibuprofen would get there. I finished my half an hour and I went upstairs and promptly fell on the floor and complained about my cramps in front of my father. He lives with women. He's lived with women his whole life, so it doesn't matter. And my mom looked at me and is like, you probably have the same problem that I did. And it's the first time, I think, that my husband has been in a room with another woman while I've complained about cramps, and she acknowledged and accepted, like, this is fact. I understand what you're feeling and you probably feel miserable right now. And he's like, really? It's that bad? And I'm like, yeah. And my mom is there justifying it for me while I'm like in the fetal position on the floor. I'm like, exercise did not make the cramps go away. So to circle back to the arthritis thing, I want to tell you that exercise will help. I cannot guarantee you that exercise will help based on my experience just this weekend. Now I know. Take the Advil, let it sink in, get the pain to go away, and then go work out, Brianna. Now we know. Hey, Rosie, good to see you. But 10 rounds is very exciting. 2 weeks and I will be in 10 rounds alongside you. If it weren't for Diva and friends, I wouldn't be on media at all. That makes me so happy. And I'm sorry, all at the same time, Marie, that I'm the reason you're on social media, because sometimes social media is not a very pleasant place to be. I hope you have curated your feeds in such a way where that it is nothing but a pleasant experience for you. Truly, like truly. That picture was hysterical. Doing good in therapy. Where do you live? I am right outside of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Don't use Facebook. I did sign up for your group, but I never go on Facebook, so it's nothing against you. I keep thinking I should go on just for that. Sarah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Facebook and I are fighting. If we had a status, it would be it's complicated because I really don't want to be in a relationship with Facebook until election season's over. Then I'm sure it's going to get a lot better, but just until election season's over. Hi, getting in some good workouts in the pool. Low, been hungry all week and I just want to eat and not salad. Have you been giving in to that, or are you standing firm? It is okay if your body needs a little bit more fuel. If you put hungry in quotes, so like you just want to eat junk is basically what it is. Because if you're actually hungry, if your body requires fuel, you will feel satisfied after eating the right thing. Something with protein, something with fiber, something fab before. It doesn't have to be like, and you can still have a little something sweet, but don't use it as a reason to jump off the deep end, right? You don't want to do that. My weight stayed the same last week, for which I was thankful. I think I need more protein. You probably do need more protein. If I know you, you've been killing it at the fruit game, which is all well and good, but protein is king. Always, for me. For a lot of people, and I know if Miranda comes on here, she will be like, but protein is not king. Protein is king for a lot of bodies, though. I see you if you're watching me later, Miranda. I see you. I can hear you. Protein is my weak spot. You definitely need to up that protein game then. For sure. I would be curious to know, Becky, and so, if I was coming down like next week, I'd be like, don't worry, I got you. I'll make sure you get your protein. But if you don't see me till December, I can't control it until then. I track how much protein you're taking in. Just like rough numbers. Are you still drinking those pre-done protein shakes? Because those pack in 20 to 30 grams of protein in just a shake, which could also help you with a sweet tooth problem. You see what I'm saying? So that would be a good thing to make sure you're regularly incorporating into your diet. Gosh, I don't even know. I should teach you how to make protein overnight oats. Those were really, really good. And they use Premier Protein shakes. My Fab 4 smoothie had 57 grams of protein in it. How do you get 57 grams of protein? I think I had 40, not even 40, maybe close to 40. 57 seems like a lot, which is great, but whoa, that like I saw that on Insta stories and I was very impressed. So just something to think about. Definitely write down how much protein you're getting, 3 ounces of chicken, 5 ounces of chicken, because you're tracking everything anyway. I would just be very curious to know just how much protein you're getting. Because odds are you could probably be more, and that will help you stay more satisfied. Primarily on Facebook for my Facebook groups. My personal profile is pretty much dead. I think Facebook is more political in the US. Facebook is almost entirely political in the US. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. And the problem is it's all like memes. It's not even like legitimate facts. It's memes. And people keep sharing the memes. And hi Lou, good to see you. And it's just a hot mess. It's a hot mess. I did a lot of pause for 30 days or do not follow. Me too. I have muted people on Instagram who still follow me, and because I am somebody who I will unfollow you if you don't follow me and I've decided I'm done with you. But if you do follow me, out of respect for the number, especially if you are another social media influencer, I will just mute you instead of unfollow you, so you still have the number, I still have the number. Mutual respect, right? So I will mute people. I have unfollowed or snoozed for 30 days so many people on Facebook. So many people. I went through and deleted 40 something subscriptions from my YouTube feed of people I'm just not watching or don't watch anymore or anything like that. And I'm unfollowing Instagram or muting Instagram accounts that no longer align with my beliefs or the way I want my feed to look and feel. Odds are, if you are promoting Built Bar, I am probably muting you for a little while because ain't nobody got time for that. And it's just, I'm trying my best to curate my feed and keep keep the negativity at bay, but the problem with Facebook is literally everybody's talking about it. Literally everybody. Well, my weight's in the same. I need more protein. Too many pointless memes. Exactly. Protein, protein, protein. We're all talking about the protein. Fab Four smoothie. Becky needs some Devotion Nutrition Protein Powder to make her sweets. Yes, and that's a great idea, but I got to figure out how to do it all first. And then I will show her. I will show her all the things. All the things. But I got to get it right first. I did enjoy my sweet biscuit I made out of the Devotion Nutrition Powder that you sent with me. I'm very... once I use up what I have, Devotion Nutrition is going to be the next brand that I obtain. For sure. For sure. Because I'm very intrigued. I was very impressed with the little bit that I tried. Hello! Christy, right? You're Christy. That's the name that's in my head. Please correct me if I'm wrong. High and low. I decided to accept the offer to go back to my old job as a temp contractor contingency worker. I liked it last year because I got to see my coworkers working remote this year. That's awesome, but also that has to be really hard, which I guess is why it's a high and a low, because you're at home now, right? Hey, Lindsay. So how are you feeling about it, Marie? That's awesome. I detest Facebook. Yes. Ashley, still feeling like the newbie in the weekly chats, only my third one, but want to say hi. Thank you for saying hi. Please, if you're here, make your presence known in the chat because we love to talk to one another. As you can see, I have my little greeting committee happening up in here. Hello, Lori. Good to see you. So make yourself known. And Ashley, thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. I'm rambling on as we're going through highs and lows and all that jazz. So if you guys have any questions, these weekly chats have been starting to be like, let's springboard off of a Q&A session. If you have something you want me to talk about or whatever, a question you want to ask, feel free to drop it in the chat roll because as you can see, I'm just rolling on down here. Rolling on down. Christina's taking care of talking about Devotion Nutrition. Christy, yes. Oh, good. Phew. I always try really hard to make sure I get everybody's name right, but I'm not necessarily the best at it. I eat a lot of fruit, probably less than 10 ounces of protein a day. Normal a day is probably 5. You need a lot more protein. A lot more protein. I eat 5 ounces of protein in one meal. Like, you need I had less protein. I ended up having only 3 ounces of pork for dinner, and that's because that's what was left. So I ended up having a Built Bar for dessert just to kind of make up for the protein. I have consumed 120 grams of protein today. And that's a normal day for me. Protein is definitely, it's going to help you, and here's why. Becky, you haven't texted me in a few days about your workout routine. Have you been lifting weights and doing weights and stuff? Because if you are doing the resistance training, but you are not eating enough protein, that's why you're hungry. That's why your body's like, I need something. 120 grams a day. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My smoothie has like 40 grams of protein in it. My lunch, I had a sandwich and I had a Eat Me Guilt-Free brownie that has 20 grams of protein in it. I had pork for dinner, things like that. I'm eating protein constantly, because that's what helps me feel full and it makes life sustainable for me. And it also helps with the guns. You call the biceps the guns, but how many ounces is 120 grams? It depends on what you're eating. Those are not directly relatable, but like those iconic shakes that you like have 20 grams of protein in them. The Quest shakes and the Premier Protein shakes have 30 grams of protein in them. So that's the kind of thing, like you should grab one of those to go with your breakfast. I don't know what you've been eating for breakfast, but like start your day with something heavy in protein. Have a couple eggs, have some egg whites. When I have egg whites, like 3 servings of egg whites is 15 grams of protein. You know, so that's the way. That is definitely the way. 3 ounces of turkey breast, 3 ounces of like legit, you roasted it in the oven turkey breast, right, Christina? Because 3 ounces of turkey breast deli meat is like 12 ounces or 12 grams or something. So it's very different, but like chunks, chicken breast is the easiest way to get protein, in my opinion. One of the easiest. The other easiest is in a shake or a bar or something, or a powder. But one of the easiest, like, natural ways to get protein is grill up those chicken breasts. Eat 4 or 5 ounces of chicken. And then if that you go, oh, that's a lot of chicken, I don't think I can eat that much. That's the point. Fill up on chicken breasts and vegetables, and you are good to go. Like from a whole turkey, right? Like a breast in the oven, not deli meat. Because I think my deli meat only has, maybe it has closer to 15. I can't remember the nutrition information now. So that's probably what's happening. If you're doing the weights and you're still working out and you're not getting enough protein, your body is screaming for more protein. And it's manifesting in cravings. That's what's happening. Trust me, eat more protein for a week and you will feel so much better. I promise. How is your CMT doing? I think it's doing fine. I can't complain. I am having the ship is rocking day, which if you saw my Instagram stories, I already explained that because one of my issues with CMT is balance. And so there are days that I am solid like a rock. You can run into me and you won't knock me over. Today, I have run into the wall 3 times. 3 times. Because I've just gotten up and I got up fast enough and I go to take a step and I'm not balanced and I just clocked myself into the wall. And I was like, oh, the ship is rocking. That is the phrase we use in my family because when my dad has the same issue about balance and everything. And so it feels like when we walk, you're walking on a cruise ship. That's why we say the ship is rocking. Because our balance is terrible. So I'm having that kind of day today. I did body pump again today and was smart about it. I never told you guys about my first body pump workout, did I? Because that happened on Thursday. Guys, there is a very big difference between body pump and lift 4. Night and day. Me being the overly confident, I'm strong, I've done 16 weeks of lift 4, diva that I am, decided that it would be no problem to try and use the weights that I had all previously used at body pump the first time doing body pump since February. I picked my favorite body pump, which is Body Pump 106, and one track in, I regretted my life choices. I did the squat track, and my heart rate was through the roof. And I finished the workout, and I was like, I'm going to die. I'm legitimately going to die. I felt so out of shape. Never mind the fact that I am the strongest I have ever been. I felt so out of shape. Because body pump and lift 4 are 2 completely different beasts. One is slow and heavy, 10 reps, weightlifting sets for strength. Body pump is for strength and toning, but it's for endurance. Like, you have to be able to squat on and off for 5 or 6 minutes. You have to be able to do a 5-minute bicep track. This ain't no 40 reps and you're done. And I thought I was crazy. And then my husband did body pump yesterday, came upstairs, and he's like, that was so hard. I'm like, yeah, that was so hard. And he's been doing lift right along with me. Wow. Today, I made a lot more sense and lightened up on the weight so as to not kill myself. And it worked a lot better. I still got a really good workout in, but guys, 2 completely different bears. So now my husband and I are trying to figure out how to do a lift type thing and a body pump type thing in order to train all elements of physical fitness at the same time, strength and endurance. There are not enough days in the week, my friends. There's not enough days in the week, but Brianna, thank you for asking about the CMT. Generally good. Today we're a little iffy. I was spending too much time scrolling my phone. I needed something more productive. Might as well get paid a little bit too. I like it. That's a good way to do it, Marie. We're still talking about protein. Lori is here. Hello. I love all the recommendations you give. I'm now addicted to EMGF brownies. I'm so glad. Can you give a little breakdown of body pump and why you started it? I really want to try it, but I'm afraid to jump in. Honestly, I started it because I wanted to pursue weightlifting. I was literally dragged. literally dragged to my first body pump class. But I'm like, I wanted to do something that was weightlifting, and I know that I perform well in a group setting because I'm competitive, and not necessarily with other people, but with myself. Like, if you put me in a room full of other people doing this activity, I'm going to do my best to try and keep up. So I was like, well, we all planned on going to the gym that day, my husband and I, and I saw that body pump was a thing, but I didn't really know what it was. I knew it was weightlifting to music, which sounded good to me because anything to music is amazing to me. And then when I walked into the gym, a friend of mine that I had just made at church walked in, and so we had literally just been introduced that week. And she's like, hey, shooting the breeze real quick. And she goes, well, what are you doing here? What workout are you about to go do? And I was like, I'm thinking about going to body pump. And she goes, that's where I'm going. Come with me. And so then I had an in. I couldn't say no. So I went with her. And I did, like, she was so kind about it, guiding me through it. Like, I'm like, well, what do I need? I'm a little afraid of this. So I started with just a bar with no weight plates on it. None whatsoever. Because I didn't know what the class was going to be, what my limits were. The instructor was super sweet, and I kind of gave her a 411 of, hey, I have this disease, I'm trying, I'm really good at modifying, I'll do my best. And the instructor let me be. My friend kind of guided me through everything, and when I finished the class, I felt like Superwoman. No joke. I had learned that with a bar in between my hands, I can lift my arms up over my head, which I would do for you right now, but I cannot do it. I physically cannot do it because I lack tricep strength. So the bar told me that I could do things I didn't think I could do. And once I got shown that in this class, I can do things I cannot do normally, I knew I had to come back. And I was like, what other things can this class make me do? And so I kept coming. I kept coming and I kept coming, and I fell in love. I fell in love. And to Lissa's point, having a friend there sounds really nice. It is. And I developed a community there, which kept me coming back. I really bonded with two of the instructors, one of which I only went to classes that one instructor did first until the friend who brought me to Body Pump also said, hey, this class is led by Nicole. She goes to our church. I did not know Nicole at the time, but I was like, hey, Trudy, good to see you. Where have you been? How have you been? Nice to see your face. And she's like, but Nicole goes to our church. And I was like, well, somebody who goes to the bridge can't be all bad. I'll go to her class too. And then I bonded with Nicole. And so I had a couple of girls that I would go to Body Pump with. I had my first Body Pump instructor that I would see twice a week. I saw Nicole twice a week. Like, it was an amazing thing. And so then I just got addicted to the whole experience. I was also getting stronger, and I was becoming more able to do things, which was incredible. I was increasing my weights. So it was a process. It was a very long process. The addiction was there immediately because music and things that I could not do, and I felt very strong. But like over time, I got stronger. Which is the same thing that got me hooked on lift. I was like, oh, lift feels good. First, lift feels good because it's new and exciting. Then it gets mundane and boring. And then you start to see the results, and then you get addicted again because it's actually working. So it's like that with any weightlifting program. I heard on Instagram, stop me if I said this last week, but I cannot remember if I did. But somebody was talking, a nutritionist was talking about that weight gain that we get when we start a workout plan, and we either go, oh, we've gained fat, or oh, we're gaining muscle. And you're watching the bridge? Oh, I'm so glad, Rosie. I am so glad. We have been trying to watch the church we're actually going to be attending here, but because of the timing, we did watch the bridge this weekend, and sang along and all that jazz, which was wonderful. And I took good notes this weekend. Like, it was exactly what my soul needed to hear, which the good Lord has a way of doing those things, doesn't he? But like, as I took notes, I'm like, this is important and directly applicable to my life. Thank you, Scott. Scott was preaching this weekend. And so I'm so glad you're doing that, Rosie. But back to the thing. So we always go, oh, you started a new weight training program. You're gaining muscle, and that's what's causing you to gain weight. That's not true. It takes about 10 weeks for you to see legitimate muscle gain. And when I heard this, I was like, huh. And I thought about it because Lift 4 was an 8-week program, right? And I was feeling stronger and I was upping my weights and doing all of those things throughout those first 8 weeks. But when things really started to get noticeable and when my husband really started to notice the significant change in the musculature of my body, it was about 10 to 12 weeks in. I was on my second round of Lift 4 when he really started to go, whoa, babe, you have muscles in your back you've never had before. And I just thought that was so fascinating that, like, after I had learned that, I reflected back in exactly that timeline is when the muscle on my body was really noticeable. So with that in mind, go forward with a weight training routine expecting to not see significant results in your musculature and for at least 10 weeks. So go in it with at least 10 weeks of dedication. I hope that was helpful. But I say try it. Try it and see what happens. Because hopefully you'll like it. There has not been a single person that has done body pump that on my recommendation that has come back and said they hated it. Truly. Which makes me feel real good. Mine too. I do balance is good. Good. Having a friend sounds really nice. It's that Trudy is here. I'm catching up on my comments. The idea of not knowing anyone because I'm self-conscious. I like the anonymity. I can talk. I read online that I can burn up to 540 calories per class, and I'm really looking to burn calories. I'm in a medical weight loss program on track to have weight loss surgery in about 4 months. I definitely, well, first of all, talk to my sister, who is still here, I think, because Christina had weight loss surgery. But I think that building muscle, calorie burn is good. Building muscle is also very, very, very good and highly recommended. Body pump, especially if you are, like, truly, it's not to sound mean or anything, but if you're bigger or if you're coming off of a sedentary lifestyle, body pump is going to kick you in the tush like you've never been kicked before. Like I said, it kicked me because I got used to slow and steady on the weightlifting that I was blindsided by something I have done for 2 years. So it's intense, but it's real good. And yes, as evidenced by my workout tracker on Thursday, it will put your heart rate up there, which is what you need to burn the calories, but it will also help you create muscle, which is equally as important. So I say go for it. I've been watching sporadically. I need to get better about actually watching and paying attention. Yes, I say you should attend. It doesn't have to be the bridge, Lissa, but attend to church every weekend, for sure. Life is insane, changing a lot. Girl off to college near Myrtle Beach. Husband finally got a new job after a month of searching while we were on vacation taking our girls to college. And the job is in Myrtle Beach. And we are currently in Illinois. Now I will be commuting some because I nanny and it's not a good time to leave them. Oh, man. That's a lot of crazy, Trudy. That is a lot of crazy. I envy you for moving to Myrtle Beach, though. That's really cool. Do you have a timeline for, like, I'm assuming you're going to move there eventually, right? But then you're nannying, and are the kids in virtual school because you're in Illinois? There's so much happening. Oh, man, there's so much happening. Sorry for all the questions. This is literally meant for questions, Ashley. Bring on the questions. This is a forum for you guys to ask me whatever you want. Seriously. So what is Lift 4? And also Les Mills. So Lift 4, hold please. Hold please. Am I back? Can you see me? Can you see me? I know, I was buffering. Hey, Cindy. Am I back? Someone give me a yes. Someone give me a yes. Thank you, Lissa. I was like, I got the whole circle of death thing. Like, it stopped. But thankfully, nothing crazy happened. Okay, we're back. Good. I'll blame the hockey. Why not? Let's blame the hockey, guys. Shh. What was I saying? So, the programs, the workout programs for Beachbody On Demand are fantastic. And I've been doing them. I've had access to Beachbody On Demand for a year now. It just renewed for me. And Lift 4 is the first Beachbody program I did start to finish. And it is weightlifting and high intensity interval training. And it's fire. It is so good. And it has done amazing things for the amount of strength in this. Like, do you see there's muscle tone up top? This muscle stuff was not there at the beginning of lift 4. Like, I have increased my strength so dramatically. I did 2 rounds of lift 4, which is, like I said, weightlifting with heavy weights and HIIT training. It's an 8-week program. I did it back to back. So I did 16 weeks of lift 4. That's what lift 4 is. It's a Beachbody program. Les Mills is the company that does Body Pump. So Les Mills is Body Pump, Body Combat, CX training, Body Flow, Body Attack. What else? They have a handful of other things that I didn't mention, but it's a different company. They also have on-demand options, but you will see Les Mills certified classes often in gyms and things like that. When you go to Body Pump, it's all Les Mills classes. Currently, I have subscriptions to both Les Mills and Beachbody, and I'm not mad about it. I hope that answered your question. I'm so sick of people, oh, I've been walking more, I must be gaining muscle, and that's why I'm gaining weight. No, that is not accurate. And I am new to this. I just learned this, but after, like I said, reflecting on it, it has to, like, it's true. 10 weeks. Now, that's not to say that if you start weight training and you gain weight, don't freak out because you're not gaining fat either, unless you are eating in a severe caloric surplus. You are not gaining fat. What is happening in your muscles is it's filling up with liquid and fuel and all that stuff to try and repair itself. It's not completely solid muscle. Could it be a little bit muscle over a period of time? Yes, it can be. But when you are, when you wake up, if I weigh myself today and I go downstairs and I do a heavy duty lift 4 workout, or if I do Body Pump for an hour and I do everything else right, and I get on the scale tomorrow and I'm up 3 pounds, that's not 3 pounds of muscle. That is 3 pounds of your body going, what the crap did you do to me in the gym yesterday? I need to fix it. And that's okay. That's okay. But it's not muscle. I promise you it's not muscle. It's your body repairing itself. More details to come as I learn more about the way the human body functions. But I just thought it would be interesting for you guys to know that, oh, it's not even giving me the option. Y'all. Oh, it came back. We are struggling. The internet be struggling. I apologize in advance. I think we're having internet problems. Like legit internet problems. Because this is weird for my phone. Or anything, really. So, my apologies. It appears that it keeps coming back, but I don't know what's going on. So, bear with me. I'm catching up on comments. Bear with me if I start to buffer. That might just be what we're dealing with today. Because nothing else is freaking out on me. It's literally just I'm getting the circle of death. So, I don't know. I will eventually, and yes, the kids are part-time. Hockey got Eric to come to a live stream last week. That's true. It did. Hey, Audrey, good to see you. Okay, they're talking about weight loss surgery. I've been doing lifting segments on my own, and it's been great. It's been killing me. I don't know what it is this time around, but I barely got through the bicep work today. All right, you can stick to commit. That's good advice, Christina. People confuse overweight and over fat too. Bodybuilders are over their target weight, but I dare anyone to call them fat. That's a really good point, Cindy. And it is why the BMI scale is a bunch of BS, right? Because you can pack on, like, and I can only speak from personal experience, but like my original goal weight was 135 pounds, and I was a twig, right? I was a little bitty twig. That was smack jab in the middle. That was not the low end. The low end of the acceptable BMI scale thing for my height is 120 pounds. If I looked the way I did at 135 pounds, can you imagine what I would look like at 120 pounds? Horrible. And that's still acceptable weight. Is not acceptable weight. I'm very interested to see, as my goal is fat loss this time around, although, full disclosure, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to continue to start calling my my vlogs and stuff, what I eat to lose weight, because apparently that's what SEO needs to make me get views. So just so y'all know, my philosophy on life has not changed, but I'm still going to be calling them what I eat to lose weight, even though we're losing fat, not weight, which they go hand in hand. So, you know, it's fine. But this time around, since I'm focused on body composition now, hello. Because I'm focused on body composition, let's say I can pack on the muscle and I look even not skinnier, but like I look killer. I can fit into the same clothes I fit into at 135. What if the scale says 155? 160? Because it's all that muscle. Is that going to deem me unhealthy and overweight, even though I'm in exceptional health? Like, the BMI scale is not the end all be all, ladies and gentlemen. And it pains me that Weight Watchers uses that as its metric of where is an acceptable goal weight. I think that's not ideal and very, very out of date. I hear that. That's why I'm trying to change my lifestyle now instead of waiting for surgery to change my lifestyle. Good for you, Ashley. Good for you. Robin, hello. You have me wanting to get back to lifting. I used to do it years ago, but ended up with a hernia and haven't gotten back to it. I'm nearing 50 now, so you need to get back at it. I say go for it. If I can get jazzed about weightlifting with my little bitty weights and putting muscle on my body, then anybody can. I think any age, any physical ability, you can. I just joined the diet bet and I couldn't use your link to sign up. Oh no, why couldn't you use my link? That's a bummer. That's a major bummer. I put the same link down in the description box here, lest the subject of the diet bet come up. So thank you for bringing that up. Oh, and also thank you for the 11 thumbs up. I just saw that. You guys, it's right in front of my face and I haven't been paid. I'm looking at it the whole time. Oh my God. I just realized it. Thank you guys. That's good to know, Rosie. I'm very curious. If someone wanted to test drive that link that I put down there to see if it works, let me know. Because Rosie brought up a really, really good subject. But first, definitely start weightlifting. I think it's great at any age and any physical ability to do something with resistance training. I think it was my account. Interesting. That's very strange. I don't know how it works. I just know that they have a competition to see like whoever, there's like it works. Okay, good. There's a, oh gosh, what's it called? Theragun? Is that what it's called? I don't know. The person who invites the most people and gets the most people wins a prize, and I want the prize. So I was like, I'll share it with my followers, whatever. So I am doing a diet bet, ladies and gentlemen. And I haven't successfully done a diet bet ever, but I'm going to do it because the timing of it is perfect. The host of it is perfect. And it all coincides with everything that I needed to coincide with. Joel Freeman and his wife are hosting this diet bet. Who is Joel? Why, Joel is the man who does Lift 4, ladies and gentlemen. And also 10 rounds. His diet bet starts the day the 10 rounds launches on Beachbody, which is when I'm going to start it. And it runs for 4 weeks. And so it ends, as Lissa pointed out to me. Hello, Brianna, welcome back. As Lissa pointed out, it ends right before last 90 days starts. So for me, I'm like, this is kind of just the perfect, get your rear in gear, shed a couple of pounds, be real focused. I also am going to be starting to do a pretty, hopefully complete Fab 4 overturn of my kitchen. I just started the second Body Love book today for a reread. And it's just it's all there. I'm like, if there ever was a sign to do a diet bet, this was it. And I conveniently had the money that I needed in my diet bet account that I didn't even know was there. So when I logged in and it was like, you have $41 in credit from when I hosted a step bet, I was like, so you mean I didn't know I had this money and it cost me less than that to join the diet bet. So basically I'm not even out anything if I lose, but like the reason that you pony up in diet bet is because it's supposed to encourage you to actually get the thing done. So anyway, all that to say, I'm in a diet bet that starts in less than 2 weeks. If you want to join the diet bet as well, I have the link down below. Hopefully the link works. I don't know. But it'll just be something fun that coincides with everything else I want to get done in my life. Would you host a step bet? I actually have hosted a step bet in the past. If people are interested in that, maybe we can think about doing another one for like last 90 days or something. That could be fun. But there would have to be enough interest in order for it to happen, because I mean, there was a small but mighty group that did the the step bet with me last time, and that was a lot of fun. So if you guys were interested, I'd be here for it. I just had a snack, a small bag of Quaker apple cinnamon Rice Crisps. It was 4 smart points. I have it marked on the bag. It now scans as 5. Oh no! How does that happen? Check if it scans. Make sure you check the nutrition information. It's like when the thing comes up, right? You scan it, boop, comes up. Scroll down and see what the information is to make sure it's the same. Check and make sure. Just verify. It might have changed, but just verify to make sure that it's the same information. What does it mean you're going to... Hi, Susan, by the way. Glad to see you're here. What does it mean that you're going to overhaul your kitchen? It's less of an overhaul, but like I still have like bags of Cheetos hanging around. One bag of Cheetos. But like I want to make sure that I'm converting as much stuff over to Fab 4 compliant as I can. Just so it's always an option. I want to make sure I have freezer fudge instead of some other sweet treat hanging out. I want to just try and be as compliant as possible. Because in my experience, and one of the top tips I will give to anybody trying to do a diet, if you set up your environment for success, you are much more likely to succeed, right? If you have the food for whatever plan it is, whether you're keto or Weight Watchers or Fab 4, whatever you're doing, if you have the foods necessary to stay on your plan at the ready, all set, you're much more likely to stick to your plan. And Fab 4, technically speaking, you're not even supposed to count calories in Fab 4. You're just supposed to eat the right foods, and have the less than right foods in moderation, and then get back on track with eating the right combination of foods. That's how it's supposed to work, right? Will you do a video on it? I will. I was actually considering doing a whole like 21 days of Fab 4 or like something a little bit more extreme. Like, because why not? Why not? Doing everything else, might as well do that. And I just haven't been, I have 2 videos sitting half finished that I haven't, like, that should have been up already. And I'm just like, I'm not, the heart's not there. Or maybe the heart's there, but the drive isn't there. I don't know which thing's not there. The struggle is still real. The struggle is still real. He's remembering to put out the garbage. What time is it? Oh, and my alarm didn't even go off yet. He forgot to put the garbage out last week, so I had to go put it out on Wednesday in the rain. And so I set an alarm for our Echo friend, who will turn on if I say her name, to remind him every week now to go take out the trash. So I will do a video on it. I think it'll be fun. And it'll be like, it'll be good. It'll be good. But the overhaul is just, we still have random stuff that's not necessarily the best, most Fab 4 thing to eat. My husband still really likes to eat crackers and stuff like that, and I'm convinced that switching to Fab 4 will be exceptionally helpful for him in terms of his hunger, which will be great, and his snacking and all of that. So I just want to have a more Fab 4 stocked kitchen. That's what I mean by doing a kitchen overhaul. I haven't figured out if I'm going to finish 10 rounds, restart it, do lift 4, or just focus on walking. Well, Rosie, I will tell you this. If you wanted to restart 10 rounds, I am starting it on August 31st, and you can do it with me. If that helps you. Because then you and I would be on the exact same day and whatever, and we'd have to keep each other accountable. So I'd be here for doing that. We could do that. You could focus on, I mean, you can do any of the thing, or you could do both. You could do lift 4 and walk. They all don't have to happen on the same day. The goal is to move every day. Move every day. You don't have to work out every day, but you have to move every day. That is the general rule, and that's why a couple of days like this past weekend, we didn't even really move much, and my legs actually ached because I was not, we were sitting and watching hockey and TV and all of these things, and like my legs physically hurt because I did not get the movement in that I normally get. Move every day. Maybe one day you lift, one day you walk. One day you lift, one day you walk. You can do 10 rounds with me 5 days a week, and you can walk on the weekends. Something like that. But I do something. Whatever it is you pick, I support you. Pick something. I've been really loving all the tracking bets I've been doing. Not sure doing a diet bet is a smart choice for me right now, but I could be up for a step bet. You got me into those darn Cheetos and I can't find them again. Oh no, they are the best Cheetos, aren't they? They're really good. I had a sandwich. I had half a sandwich and Cheetos today for lunch, and it was very satisfying. Little low on the protein end, unfortunately, but real satisfying. Sometimes you just need a sandwich and chips. That's all. And I put my sister's homegrown tomato on my sandwich. It was real good. Real good. I love the no track. Yeah, it's interesting because Kelly doesn't believe in tracking calories. She believes in fueling your body in a way that keeps your blood sugar level even and keeps you burning fat throughout the day, so you don't need to track calories. It's very interesting. Now, I'm not sure if I buy into the no tracking thing. Not yet. I just let go of Points Plus. It's going to take me a little bit longer to let go of tracking altogether if I ever do that. But I enjoy eating Fab 4 even if I am tracking calories. Because it's a good way to eat. It's a good way to eat. I feel very, very good when I do that. Trying to clean out my kitchen to just healthy food, but it's so hard. I have a 2-year-old that likes kid snacks, and my mother-in-law keeps giving me crap processed food. I can get that. I have no kids personally, so I can't help you there. But you can always, like, it's early on. What did you say? A 2-year-old. It's not too late to convert to healthier snacks for the kid anyway, which I think is a great idea. And you just might have to have a mother-in-law no thank you. You know, like, look, I have these goals, I'm doing these things, please stop. Because I understand that that's hard. Thank you, Lissa. I saw Lori's comment and I just never said anything. Yes, if it's different, if you have different nutrition information, plug it into the calculator because yours might be 4 points still. I'm down for that. I would like to see a Fab 4 kitchen. Love the idea. Okay. I like that. I like that too. Fab 4 kitchen. I've earned 15.6 on all my different challenges. Nice. How's Gracie been doing? She has been doing great. She's doing a very weird thing that she's been doing since July where she spends a lot more time in her crate now on her own choice. Usually she only ever would go there when it was bedtime or when she was in trouble. Those are the only 2 times, like if she pees on the floor or something. Something weird happened. I don't know if she and Zoe, my parents' dog, my sister's dog, I don't know, Christina, is she your dog or mom and dad's dog? Zoe, the 70-pound beast of an animal, I don't know if she and her had a talking to. I don't know what happened, but we went there for 4th of July, took Gracie's cage with it. Everything was fine. Nothing weird happened. We come home. We take out all of her bedding to get all of the Gracie or the Zoe hair off of it. We wash it. And it's not ready by bedtime, so we have to put a towel in Gracie's thing instead of her blanket and her little Afghan that my sister made her. Well, I don't know if she didn't like that. I don't know what happened. But the next day, I pull her stuff out of the laundry. I set her bed up real nice, you know, just like Mama does. No problem. Easy peasy. She walks in her crate and she just lays there for a little while, which I expected. I just set her stuff up. Ever since then, ever since that day, she has regularly been found just chilling in her crate. Unexplained. Completely different personality change. She would never go in her crate unless she thought she was in trouble or if it was bedtime. Now, she goes to bed an hour before Eric and I. We'll walk into the bedroom and she'll be sound asleep in her crate with the door wide open. So she's broken. We don't know what happened. We don't know if she and Zoe had a talking with each other. We don't know what happened. But she's acting real strange that way. And yesterday, she let me pet her for 5 minutes, which is also very weird. But other than that, she's good. She's still her spunky little rip the eyes out of all of her toys and rip their hearts out psychopath. I'm so tempted to restart. I want to finish it, but I find I get more steps when I don't have to commit to a 40-minute workout. Accountability would be good. Then, Rosie, if that would help you, then you and I will do it together starting on the 31st. So in the meantime, you can do some Lift 4 or do some walking or do some both. But on August 31st, You and me. And anyone else that wants to do Beachbody. I'm doing 10 rounds, August 31st. Thanks for the advice. I'm trying to give my daughter more whole foods. She loves fruit, but I'm trying to cut back on that too because I'm type 1 diabetic and we have to count carbs. My mother-in-law will be a different story. Yeah. She feels safe in her crate. She's growing up. I know. I don't know what it is. It's just the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing. And like, I know she's almost 4. So like, she's an adult now. But it's like, are we getting closer to the dog that I always dreamed she would be? Where like, maybe one day, she has, on multiple occasions, Eric has sat down and she's jumped up and curled up on his lap. Never mine, but his. So I'm wondering if I'm next. Like, a little bit more time will pass and maybe she'll discover that sitting on the human's lap is actually a great idea, you know? And getting pet is a great idea. For those of you that don't know, Gracie is my little 7-pound Yorkie who's a fireball of energy and a little diva and a total jerk because I wanted a dog that is my dog and that cuddles with me and just lets me pet her and love on her. All she wants to do is play and she's a total daddy's girl. That's Gracie all summed up, but she's wickedly cute, which is the only thing that keeps me from killing her sometimes. She's the cutest thing, but girl dogs always like daddy better. Yeah, I know. Maybe Gracie needs a little brother. I know. We've toyed around with the idea of getting a second dog, but we might not get it until we have a place with less carpet or a backyard. But we have talked about it because the other benefit would be Gracie would have someone else to play with, so she would stop harassing us when we're working. Because that's the only thing she'll do. She'll sit and she will insist, not request, insist that we play with her. And little 7-pound Diva Yorkie can be real pushy and real obnoxious. And if she doesn't get the attention she wants, she takes a toy with a squeaker and squeaks it really fast until she has our attention. So Eric's like, maybe we should get you a sibling because then you'll play with each other and leave us alone. The topic has been broached. Breached? Please share 10 rounds. Love to hear how everyone likes it. I'm excited to start. I start on September 1st. You start on August 31st like the rest of us. They're launching it on August 31st so everybody can start on a Monday. Fun fact. Because originally it was announced it was going to launch on September 1st, but I was like, that's a Tuesday. Why wouldn't they do it on a Monday? And they are doing it on the Monday. So you can start with us, Heather. You can start with us. Piper has the run of the kitchen. When we are at work, she hangs in her crate a good bunch of the day. We watch her on the Ring security camera. Piper has stopped killing her toys. Piper needs to have a talk with Gracie because Gracie's ripping the eyes off of all of her new toys. I really need some Gracie-proof toys, ladies and gentlemen. Gracie-proof toys. And everyone's like, oh, Kong toys are the greatest. Kong toys are her latest kills. The last 3 kills have been Kong toys. Tell you what, my dog's a monster. She's a psychopathic monster who blinds her toys. But she's really cute. I occasionally buy some kind of kid snack for myself. She's gone through her terrible twos. Yeah. Why can't I picture Gracie being a bad influence on a younger sibling, the two of them teaming up to harass both of you? It's entirely possible. But I really believe if we got a second one, Gracie would turn into the dog I want her to be because all of a sudden she would have to fight for our attention, which is something she never has to do. In terms of like, oh, there's another animal here that might get our attention instead, you know? So maybe it would make her seize the opportunity of getting like sitting and chilling a little bit more. I could be wrong, but that's what I anticipate that do, you know? I don't know. Yes, I've tried the Power Crunch kids bars and they aren't bad. Power Crunch has kids bars? I didn't know that. Piper did that for 3 years. Buy them at Home Good, cheap and many last a long time. The Kong toys? Or just toys in general? Gracie's problem, I don't know if Gracie's problem is toys looking at her or the embroidery. She has a thing. She likes to chew on plastic or like the rubber balls that with spikes. And so it's got to be a sensory thing, an oral sensory thing, which now that I don't know if Christina's even still here, but Alice has an oral sensory thing too. So I'm like, oh, look, they're actually the same kid. Although Alice is human Tough toys. Okay. But there's something about the embroidered eyes or the embroidery that she insists on chewing off. I don't know what that's about. Spiky balls and embroidery, and most toys, like most, you buy her a lamb or a dinosaur, what, most toys come with faces, and the faces are usually embroidered detail. Oh, good. I'm so glad she's done with the pacifier. That makes me very, very happy. Like, officially, like, done with the pacifier. I'm not going to say the PLUG word because I don't want to trigger anything in the house, but that's awesome. That's awesome. That's a big deal because Alice is going to be 4, and that was her big security thing. And I guess my sister one day said they were all in the GARBAGE. Hasn't used anything since waking up Thursday morning. Yes! Oh, that makes my auntie heart so happy. Good job, Alice. Good job. And so my sister just told her that they were gone. They were gone. And so, of course, Alice calls us and tells us that they're all gone. And that's why I'm deliberately not using the word just in case she's in the room because I don't want to trigger anything. But that's good. Yeah, she told her she threw them away. Threw them away. And so that obviously they weren't there anymore. And so she had to deal. And it worked, apparently. Excellent. The best part is Gracie ripping the squeaker out of her toys. Hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. Like, and this last one, she ripped this animal's eyes out and then ripped the squeaker pouch through the eyes. So it's like she ripped out its brain. It's violent. My dog is violent. She'd be a menace to society if she wasn't this big. Yes, Brie, I found them at Walmart in the granola bar breakfast cereal aisle of all places. They have less calories and carbs and a bit smaller. Also, strawberry shortcake flavor sounds yummy. Huh. Who knew? Fascinating. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, what a conversation. Gracie comes over here and destroys toys. Ones that my moose doesn't even destroy. It's true. Zoe is so gentle and just such a good girl for the beast that she is. And Gracie will come over and completely obliterate toys that Zoe barely touches. Like, Zoe will play with them and like, let's pull on a rope. Let's do whatever. Gracie will eat the eyes off of a toy that Zoe has not even bothered to try and destroy. My dog's a menace. She really is. Special. She's special. She's majestic. Oh, I know you're not talking about my dog. My dog is a ridiculous little scaredy cat. Ridiculous little scaredy cat who also has a big dog complex. It's so strange. My dog is 8 and still has toys from when she was a puppy. They're like her treasures. Yes. So Gracie has this one toy. Your dog is the demon. Yeah, she really is. She has this one toy that was like a big round stuffed puppy dog that came home with her from her breeder. So her breeder sent us home with like a bed, and then here, this toy has been in the room with Mama this whole time to help make the transition easier for when we took her away from Mom. And so we kept that in the crate with her and whatever. And we got her when she was 8 weeks old, I think. Got her in January. And she has since, it'll be 4 years in next January. It'll be 4 years that we've had her. Obviously, she's 4 in November. And she has completely unstuffed it. Torn a hole in it, completely unstuffed it. But we still keep it and we throw it in her cage. She pulled it out of her cage over the weekend. And so we dragged it out into the other room and threw it on the couch. And I'll be darned if she doesn't just hop up on the couch and curl up with this toy that is basically a flat piece of fabric now, but it's still her baby, apparently, which I did not know until this weekend that she actually cared enough for this toy that she's had since she was born. Yeah, it's so cute. I was like, I did not see that coming. It was adorable. So Gracie will probably have that toy her whole life. I swapped normal gophers for the 1/3 veggie ones. Oh, that's awesome. I almost died the other day laughing when you went bang bang at her. So cute. That is the best trick I've ever taught her. I was so proud of myself, and she caught on so fast. And it is like the finale, the grand finale of her tricks is Bang Bang. And it's really fun when you get her very, very excited. So like she's jumping around and doing all this crazy and like trying to attack you and all that. And then you just go bang, bang. And she's like, it's really funny. Try Quest chips. They get your protein and the crunch of chips. Yes, Quest chips are awesome. My daughter was watching that and made me that with me and laughed so hard. Right now, my dessert collection includes Larabar Kids, brownies, RX bars, and when I need to restock, I might try Think Kids bars. What was great was how you said it. What, bang bang? I don't remember how I said it. Some days I say it with a lot of enthusiasm, and sometimes I'm just like, bang. But like, as long as I do the motion and say the word, she'll do the trick, regardless of how enthusiastic I am about it. And then if she tries to get up, I'll be like, die, will you? Die. And then, oh. She's a funny girl. Dive bars are delicious. Have to order online. I haven't had a dive bar in a couple years. Have they changed at all? I enjoyed them very much, but I also have to be careful of my caffeine intake, which is why I liked them to begin with. I thought it was brilliant to caffeinate a protein bar. I should give those another try. I really did like those. Those are very good. I like the minis. Ooh, smart. Smart. I didn't know you had dive bars. You got all the goods. My parents show up literally with a stash of stuff from my sister. Devotion protein divided up into little Ziploc bags, tomatoes from the garden, a zucchini, a couple of green beans, which, by the way, Christina, we air fried the green beans with a little bit of oil yesterday. They were so good. Literally like 6 minutes in the air fryer. So good. We immediately regretted not having more green beans. They were so good. She sent, I guess, whatever she had, which ended up being like 5 green beans for each of us, but it was so good. They were so good. What else did you send me? A zucchini, a bunch of tomatoes, and then we played Eat Me Guilt-Free Brownie Swap because I wasn't a huge fan of this month's flavor of the month, and she loved it. So she's like, I have all of these flavors. Which ones do you want? And I will send you those flavors and you send me back the other ones. And that's what happened. So like we played like legit like protein and healthy good drug deal over here is what it felt like. It was awesome. I'm not a chip eater, but my daughter loves stuff like that. The chocolate granola bars and mini muffins are my weakness. I've been obsessed with the EMGF. Yes, yes. Oh, they're so good. I love me. Oh. I got all of my boxes of Eat Me Guilt-Free over the weekend, and now my husband like could not fathom why there were so many boxes, and I was like, look, it's my stash. I put a little bit of each flavor in one box, and then I have variety boxes. So I just, couple of this flavor, couple of this flavor. I've got pumpkin spice, pistachio, whatever the heck Christina gave me, which is a bunch of other ones, and pumpkin spice, pistachio, red velvet, galaxy brownie. I still have key lime left. Pumpkin spice, I said that already, which are very good, by the way. Very good. Luna Bar's white chip macadamia are my favorite. And I love Power Crunch balls and salted caramel. I like Power Crunch bars too. Popcorn and flex chips are really good. Are they? I haven't tried them yet. Not quite as high as protein as Trek, but very generous serving size. Ooh, I love popcorners. Oh wait, popcorners. I want to try that. Nutty Monkey was really good. Oh wait, you gave me a pina colada one? I don't remember that. I must have missed that in my sorting, but you have them labeled so nicely, so thank you for that. Yeah. I'm just rambling on. Is there anything else that you guys want to discuss before we go for the evening? I'm going to keep an eye on the clock tonight and be done before Jordan starts the iTrack Bites meeting. Do they still have s'mores on their website? No, I don't think they do. It was a flavor of the month subscription flavor, which 10 out of 10 would recommend. Some months are better than others, but overall, the flavors of the month have been really, really great. I can't remember what's next. I know grape is coming. I think some fall flavor is happening. I don't even remember, but some of them are really good. The Wonder Woman, which is what this one was just their plain blondie for the most part, dyed a bunch of pretty colors, and it was fine. It was moist and it was fine. I would have eaten it if Christina didn't express an interest for it, but she had better offers. She's like, I love them. I'm like, great, you take them and give me something I like better. It worked out really well. I got the holiday cheer one. That one, I hope mine wasn't a fluke, but that one was real moist and delicious. Real moist. Do you have a code for us? I have a code. My code is Diva and the Divine, but Becky, hold up on that because I just got accepted to their affiliate program today, which means I can actually make money off of Eat Me Guilt Free brownies now. So I have to figure out how all that works. So do not order without consulting me first, please. Because I got accepted just today. Just today. My favorite of all time is Galaxy or Red Velvet. Those are my two favorites because I find that they are the most moist and the most regular brownie-like. That being said, the Nutty Monkey Blondie did taste a lot like banana bread to me, which is odd because there's no banana ingredients in it. So I don't know how it tasted like banana bread, but it did. The Holiday Cheer one, if they're all as moist as the one that I tried last week, I will be getting a box of Holiday Cheer because it was delightful. Cotton candy was really good too. The lemon lavender was nice. Okay, yeah, wait, just give me 1 day. Give me 1 day to figure it out and I'll send you a link tomorrow. I didn't like my Holiday Cheer. Mine was dry. That's so interesting. Like mine was it was a little dry on the outside, but the code is Diva and the Divine. But if you all want to financially support me, give me a day to figure out the link, and then I will get y'all an affiliate link, which will get me a commission, which would be tremendously helpful. But the code for a discount is Diva and the Divine. And the Galaxy was dry. And see, that's interesting because for me, the Galaxy is always one of the most moist. But I've also had some real dry ones. Not Galaxy, just like in general. So the spectrum can be very different and it all depends. Obviously, as long as you order them from the website, I wouldn't recommend ordering them on Amazon because you don't know how long that inventory has been sitting there. When you order from the website, you know that they're fresh, and the sooner you eat them, the fresher they are. I have not, Susan, but I want to. I really, really want to. I am just not willing to spend the money on them right now, but they are on my radar as like the next protein bar that I'm going to try, especially since I have renounced Built Bar. Which launched today, and I'm watching everybody else put out their codes, and I'm just like, there was a little bit of FOMO, a little bit of I'm standing my ground and I'm proud of it, but I need a different bar. I gotta try a different bar. So Alani is in fact on my list. I went to my local GNC to see if they had any, and they did not. I have to go check a different one in my area to see if they have the Alani new bars. I do plan on trying them. I do. I want to. I want to try the brownies. What are the ingredients? There's a little bit of erythritol, not nearly enough to upset me in any way, shape, or form because I have eaten 2 brownies in a day and had not had any problems. Wheat protein is the primary protein. So if you are gluten-free, unfortunately, they will not work for you. But I can't remember all of the main. Yes, girl, stand your ground. I'm standing. I kind of rolled my eyes at people promoting them today, but I was like, to each their own, but I just can't back a company like that. I can't. And it won't be a chocolate brownie. It'll be a blondie based brownie, Becky. They won't do chocolate and grape. It'll be blondie based. And we think too much alike, Christina. October is chocolate rum, November is pumpkin patch, and December is gingerbread. Yeah, they all sound exceptional. So I'm going to be in the subscription at least through the end of the year. But I love them. I love them. And I love Eat Me Guilt Free, not just because the product is good, but because I tried them before and they used to be bad, in my opinion. I tried the brand years ago and I hated them. Hated them. So I just kind of wrote them off. I was like, oh, these are terrible, blech. And then I come back a couple years later, try them again because everyone's talking about them and they are thebomb.com. So I'm like, good on you, Eat Me Guilt Free, for changing your formula in such a way that your product went from terrible. You converted somebody who thoroughly thought they were terrible to exceptional. Like, good on you. Good on you. And when I find a brand that I want to be loyal to, I am loyal to that brand. So they're going to have to, please, Eat Me Guilt Free, don't do something stupid. Don't do something stupid like Built Bar. Because I love them. I love them. So angry about people supporting Built Bar. Unsubscribe to everyone supporting them. Oh, that, Susan, that makes me feel really good on the inside. It really does. It really does. Because a lot of people aren't going to give it a second thought. A lot of followers are just going to be like, oh yeah, they're promoting Built Bar. And Built Bar is going to get away with whatever, with all of it, with all of their junk. They're going to get away with it because there's going to be enough people that don't even bat an eye. So thank you for being one of the people that cared. I was only disappointed with peach mango. Me too. And you have my box of peach mango now. Mom said she'll take it to work if nobody else wants it. And they'd be a good protein source. They would be a good protein source and a way for you to curb your chocolate craving. They will do all the things for you. All the things. I promise you. They're good. They're solid. 20 grams of protein, man. I don't know how I'm going to do it too. Have Mom take them to work. Seriously. I just didn't want them in my house. And so we're talking about a flavor that both Christina and I did not like. They cut way back on the protein. It only had 13 grams of protein, and it was a lot higher in sugar. And the flavor was not exceptional enough to make up for the fact that they cut way back on the protein. And so I just happened to mention in the Facebook group that I did not like them. You know, not like I want a refund, I want anything. I just happened to be like, yeah, it wasn't my favorite. I'm kind of bummed, not gonna lie. And they said reach out to customer service, and they replaced my box immediately with a flavor that they knew I'd like. Like they said, what do you want instead? I did not have to return the box or anything. They sent me what I wanted because I did not like what I paid for. Amazing customer service. Amazing. Which will also make me brand loyal. If you treat your customers well, I will treat you well. Low in carbs for anyone with diabetes. A great dessert. It is. It is. They're good. Devotion, Nutrition, Brownie Batter will also curb. Yep. I'm following a couple people because they're friends of mine, but I've unfollowed a few people. I don't like how people came back on the BB bandwagon without acknowledging what happened before. I agree. And I tried. I showed up. They sent me all their stuff. I was like, look, guys, this came. I gave you my initial review. And I was like, maybe, fingers crossed that they're going to do the right thing. No, they didn't. And then I was like, I was going to give you a second chance, and then you just had to go and ruin it. You just had to go ruin it. I had 15 grams of sugar, which I literally can't eat. I was hoping Built would have left the drama behind. And the thing is that they didn't even acknowledge the drama. That's the problem. They didn't even acknowledge the drama. And then the other thing that they did was we the influencers, there's a couple of us that all went gangbusters on them on one day. And it's because they never announced, never showed, never did anything with their supposed donation to the Black Lives Matter movement that they launched a wholesale that involved moldy bars, but still a wholesale. And there was no proof of that. We, a couple of Instagrammers, started to call them out. And lo and behold, is my sister leaving? Alice wants to go to bed. Good night, Christina. Thanks for hanging out. Later that day, after we have all called them out and there's stuff circulating about Built Bar, only after we had to do that is when they said, oh, and by the way, here's our donation information, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I don't have the mental bandwidth to support a company that I have to babysit. That's literally what it felt like. We had to bully them into doing the thing they should have done weeks ago, which I think is stupid. Not to mention they don't even acknowledge any of the previous drama. And I'm just like, you know what? There are so many more companies that I have such a higher level of respect for that I'm going to spend my time on. One of those is Healthy Eating All the Time and Go Bars, and I don't even get a commission for referring people to them. I just love them. Out of the love of my heart, I know I love the product and I love the woman behind it. I've met her in person and she's amazing. And I'm like, I don't care that I don't get affiliate commissions supporting you because I believe that you need to be supported. You're that good. So I'm just not gonna. I don't have a desire. I don't have the mental bandwidth to support a company that needs babysitting. Nope. They flat out avoided answering my direct questions. BB's so shady. Thank you, Susan. And we're obeying the law and making sure our product weight is what we say it is on the package now is a really crummy selling point. That's a really good point. One of their big sells on the new bars is that they all weigh what they're supposed to weigh. I'm sorry. That shouldn't have been an issue to begin with. Enza, hello. She's clocking in at the end, but she's still here. Good to see you. So that's the Built Bar thing. But it's all good, y'all, because we have Eat Me Guilt-Free Brownies and Healthy Eating All the Time bars. I'm going to try those Alani bars at some point. We got plenty of options. There's a reason there's a government department responsible for weights and measures. Yeah. And I have a stupid amount of Built Bars in my house. And I went through and pitched half of them because they wwere past their expiration date, or they were so mushed or so small or whatever, that half of them are gone. They're in the trash out on the street right now. And I'm not sad. Peace out, Built Bar. Once I finish the new stuff, I'm done. Anyway, end rant about Built Bar. Well, you're not done before Jordan. Well, it's not my fault he goes live early. That's on him, man, if Jordan goes live early. Sorry to say that I'm over the Built Bars. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. A lot of the crew here is over Built Bars too, Enza. Don't be sorry. You are in good company with that opinion. Yeah. So, all right, my friends. I'm going to head out. This was lovely to sit and chat with you. Apologies for the mild internet issues. We seem to have overcome them pretty easily. I don't know what happened. Let's blame hockey, like I said. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. This was a lot of fun and solid conversation. As per usual, if you are part of the iTrack Bites team or you just want another live stream to go and crash, go ahead and hang out with Jordan over on iTrack Bites. He's over on the Facebook page, the YouTube channel, and the Instagram account. And yeah, I will talk to you all next week. I'm going to eat until I finish, but not rebuy. That's exactly what I'm doing too, Rosie. I have their entire new collection. I'm not going to throw it away because it's brand new and it's actually decent. I hit the bug. I hit it. I feel like a ninja whenever I hit a flying bug. Sucker's been flying around this entire live stream, driving me crazy. So I'm going to eat what I have, but when I'm done, I'm done. The end. So, all right, my friends, have a wonderful night. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will talk to you next week.